Holy Batman! We haven't even seen Matt Reeves the Batman yet, and there are already talks about Batman 2 and going forward. Hi, I'm Chris Wong from the Ping Pong Flix show. Apparently, Robert Pattinson wants to have creative control over the Batman future franchise, and may be in charge of shaping the direction of this character going forward.
Whoa! This guy's crazy!
This is coming from Daniel Richtman, aka Daniel RPK, a scooper within the industry. Robert Pattinson is pushing to make the Batman 2 even darker. As per this rumor, actor is campaigning for the sequel to the upcoming reboot of the character to push the boundaries even further and really lean into more of the dark side of this hero's world.
I'm vengeance.
Further hammer this home, he doesn't want any comedy whatsoever throughout his tenure as Matt Reeves, the Dark Knight. So I'm guessing don't expect Batman to crack any jokes or crack a smile anytime soon. Well, he only recently did that in the Justice League.
Yeah. Oh, something is definitely bleeding.
So it kind of sounds like Robert Pattinson is really diving deep into the Batman psyche. Sounds like he wants the character to make it less like a superhero movie and more of a psychological thriller? Which kind of makes sense because when he spoke to, ironically, Ben Affleck's current girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez, Robert Pattinson said the Batman isn't a superhero.
You wanted to do Batman, so you sought out the part.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's just really appealed to me, anticipation from an audience that's already there, and it's a different kind of pressure. Like I like doing something which is kind of something which an audience doesn't know that it wants, and try to kind of get it out to them. It's different as well. I mean, I have no interest whatsoever in playing someone who's heroic. The only time I want to play someone who an audience knows that they're supposed to like is when they really shouldn't like them. That's the only time. Very troubled person, and it's kind of a character who's regarded by everyone as a heroic character. Most of them come, they know that they need to save the day and they're saving the world, and they know who they know they're good. And I always found it interesting with Batman, but he's always struggling a little bit, especially, well, in some iterations of the story anyway, but he doesn't know if he's that great or not.
Wait, there's more! Robert Pattinson wants the Caped Crusader to meet all the major DC villains. No, I don't think all DC villains, just the Batman rogues, right? Which makes sense. If he's trying to build this whole Batman franchise, he might as well have the entire rogue gallery in the films as well. I mean, you already got Penguin, Catwoman, and the Riddler in the first movie. You might as well tackle the entire rogues gallery if the movies are still good. But can he do this? Can Robert Pattinson have creative control over the Batman franchise moving forward? Well, if you remember, he signed a first look deal with Warner Brothers, New Line Cinema, Warner Brothers Television, and HBO Max in May of this year, which means he's going to have a significantly increased stake in the creative direction of his output on both the big and small screen. So I guess with that being said, it does make sense that with him being the producer on these future movies, that he's eyeing the Batman to be something to build his career around as well. I mean, Ben Affleck at one point was the executive producer for not only Justice League, but the Batman, and probably was going to be executive producing and all of that going forward. I don't know about you, but I'm all for a Batman being darker, grittier. Maybe the studio is finally realizing that not everything has to be like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I guess the question is Robert Pattinson going to have his own DC Cinematic Universe, or is it pretty much just the Batman world from here on out? But I do know one thing for sure, is that if you don't click on these videos right now, I think something's going to happen, and then eventually this video just kind of